Last winter, on a quiet Tuesday morning, my phone rang while I was at my desk. It was a woman I know, 51, a private wealth advisor in Washington, D.C., the kind of woman whose presence quietly reorganizes a room without ever asking it to. She had just left a breakfast meeting. "Isabel," she said, "something happened this morning." A woman at the table, accomplished, credentialed, unmistakably intelligent, leaned forward to make a point. And in that exact moment, something in the room shifted. Not her argument, not her credentials, something closer, something that arrived before her words ever did. My friend said it was not one thing, it was everything at once. The skin, the breath, the hair, the hands. And I watched the room receive her differently because of it. Not consciously, but the decision was made. She paused. Isabel, she had not finished her morning, and the room knew. I have been collecting this observation for 15 years. In boardrooms, at private dinners, in waiting rooms where the only variable was how each woman had begun her day. The women who command rooms consistently, not occasionally, not on their best days, but every single day, are not the women with the most complicated routines. They are the women who protect 7 specific rituals every morning without negotiation. Not because someone told them to, because they understood at some point that the morning is not preparation for the day. It is the first signal of the day, and the room receives it. 7 rituals, specific, deliberate, non-negotiable, and I am giving every single one of them to you today. 1, they hydrate before anything else enters the body. I want to begin here because this is the ritual most women know about and most consistently skip, and it is the one with the most immediate, visible effect on everything the morning produces. A full glass of water, 16 ounces, room temperature, before coffee, before food, before anything, consumed within 5 minutes of waking. After 7 to 8 hours without water, the body is measurably dehydrated. The skin is less plump, the eyes are less clear, the cognitive function is reduced. The energy available for the morning is lower than it will be 30 minutes after rehydration. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that even mild dehydration, a fluid loss of as little as 1 to 2% of body weight, produces measurable impairments in concentration, mood, and physical appearance. The skin specifically responds to overnight dehydration in ways the mirror shows clearly: dullness, fine lines that are more pronounced than they will be after fluid intake, a flatness to the complexion that no skincare product applied on top of dehydrated skin can fully correct. The correction costs nothing. It takes 30 seconds, and it is the foundation every other ritual in this list builds on. Elegant women keep a glass or a filled bottle on the nightstand. It is consumed before the feet have fully found the floor. The signal: I begin every day by giving my body what it needs before I ask anything of it. And my face reflects that from the first hour. Quite note, if you haven't yet joined the 30-day challenge, you are missing out. It is called the Undeniables Blueprint, a precise 30-day curriculum that takes you from understanding this work to actually embodying it, so your habits, your presence, and your environment begin to align consistently with the woman you already know you are. To join, see the first link in the description, or you can scan the code on your screen. Now let's continue. 2, they complete a full oral care sequence in the correct order. Most women brush their teeth in the morning. Elegant women complete a sequence. And the sequence, the order, the specifics, the elements most women omit, is what makes the difference between teeth that are cleaned and a mouth that is genuinely prepared for a day of close conversation. The correct sequence, in the correct order: tongue scraper first. Before brushing, the tongue accumulates the highest concentration of odor-causing bacteria overnight, and brushing without addressing it first simply redistributes what is there. Oil pulling, if incorporated: 1 tablespoon of coconut oil swished for 5 minutes before brushing. This is a practice with roots in Ayurvedic tradition that has gained significant clinical support for its effect on bacterial load and gum health. In the United Kingdom, where dental care culture is increasingly influenced by holistic approaches, oil pulling has become a consistent fixture in the routines of health-conscious professional women. Electric toothbrush for 2 full minutes, not approximated, timed, floss or water flosser, every morning, not the evenings when remembered. A fluoride mouthwash, 30 seconds. The final step, the breath that results from this sequence, clean, neutral, close, is the breath of a woman who can lean across a table with complete confidence. That confidence is not a small thing. It is one of the most intimate signals of self-possession a woman carries into any room. The signal, I have prepared for proximity, completely. 3. They follow a consistent layered skincare sequence, applied in the correct order. After 40, the order of skincare application matters as much as the products applied. Most women apply products without a system. Elegant women apply them in a sequence that maximizes what each product can deliver. The correct morning sequence, cleanser, gentle, appropriate to the skin type. The morning cleanse removes overnight oil and product without stripping. Vitamin C serum, applied to damp skin before moisturizer. Vitamin C in the morning is the most research-supported anti-aging, brightening, and UV protection-supporting ingredient available without a prescription. A study from Duke University confirmed that topical vitamin C applied before SPF increases UV protection by up to 4-fold. Eye cream, ring finger, orbital bone, tapped, not rubbed. The eye area before the rest of the face because the ring finger's lightest pressure is most appropriate here. Moisturizer. Appropriate to the skin's current needs, not the skin type from a decade ago. SPF, the final step. Every morning. Regardless of season, regardless of whether the day includes time outdoors. A dermatologist I know in Manhattan, who works exclusively with women over 40, told me, the single most consistent difference I see between the women who age visibly well and the women who do not is not genetics. It is SPF application before 10 a.m. every day, starting as early as possible. That is it. That is the whole story. The sequence takes 8 minutes. The compounded return over years is the most visible investment a woman can make in her appearance. The signal. My skin reflects years of mornings that were taken seriously. 4. They address the hair, completely, before leaving the space. This is the ritual most women abbreviate when the morning is pressured. And it is the one the room notices the abbreviation of most immediately. Hair that has not been fully addressed, not just brushed, but finished, introduces a note of incompletion to an otherwise composed appearance that the eye catches before the mind can name it. What finished hair means is different for every woman, but it means finished. For the woman who wears her hair straight, it has been smoothed, dried, and set. For the woman who wears her hair in a bun or updo, it has been gathered with intention, not pulled back as an afterthought. For the woman who wears her natural texture, it has been moisturized, defined, and set with the products that give her texture its best expression that day. The distinction elegant women make that most women do not. They address the hairline and the edges. They address the parting. They address what happens at the nape and at the temple, the areas that are visible in profile, in close conversation, and in the moments when the hair is seen from angles the woman herself does not see in the mirror. A stylist I know who works with senior executives in New York told me, the hair I notice most in professional rooms is not the hair that has been most styled. It is the hair that has been most finished. There is a difference. Finished hair is hair that has been thought about all the way to the last detail. The signal. My presentation does not have a back of the head. It has been considered from every angle. 5. They dress with full completion, including the details. Most women leave for later. Most women dress in stages. The main pieces go on, and then the earrings, the fragrance, the belt, the final layer. These are left for later, for the car, for the office bathroom, for the moment before the meeting. Elegant women do not dress in stages. They dress to completion before they leave the room. Every element, the jewelry chosen and worn, the fragrance applied, to the pulse points, to the hair, to the décolletage, before anything else is touched, the belt threaded, the shoes on. The final check made in a full-length mirror. A full-length mirror is not vanity. It is information. A woman who checks her appearance only from the shoulders up before leaving her home is a woman who regularly arrives at destinations with a detail below the waist that needed addressing. A scarf that is not sitting correctly. A hem that is caught. A shoe that reads differently than anticipated with the full outfit. The full-length mirror, used every morning before departure, is the quality control that elegant women do not leave the house without. In France, The concept of being finished before leaving the house is so deeply embedded in the culture of personal presentation that French women consider it a basic form of self-respect, not an indulgence. The signal? I finished getting dressed before I left the house. Entirely, as I always do. 6. They protect the first 20 minutes from external noise. This is the ritual that most women have never considered a hygiene habit. It is the one that makes all the others sustainable. Elegant women, the ones who maintain these rituals consistently, not occasionally, protect the first 20 minutes of their waking hours from input. No phone, no news, no social media, no email, not as a wellness performance. As an intelligence about how the mind begins the day. A study from the University of California on cortisol and morning routine found that exposure to news, social media, or conflict-inducing content within the first 20 minutes of waking measurably elevates cortisol, the primary stress hormone, and that elevated morning cortisol affects mood regulation, decision-making quality, and stress reactivity for the entire day. The woman who begins her morning with 20 minutes of reactive input is a different woman by 8 a.m. than the woman who began with protected quiet. Not dramatically different, subtly different. In her composure, in her patience, in the ease of her presence. And the room, across a full day of interactions, reads that difference. The 20-minute protection is not silence for its own sake. It is the internal version of the dressed body, complete before anything external is asked of it. The signal, I do not begin my days reactively, and my presence in every room reflects that. 7, they leave the home and the space ready. And we end here, because this is the ritual that most women have never heard connected to personal presentation, and the one that I believe does more for a woman's internal composure than almost anything else on this list. Elegant women do not leave a disordered home, not because of tidiness for its own sake, because of what leaving order behind does to the internal state they carry into every room that follows. The bed made, the surfaces cleared, the dishes addressed, the space left in a condition that the woman would be comfortable walking someone she respects into. A behavioral psychologist at Princeton, whose research focuses on environmental influence on self-perception, found that individuals who leave their home environments in order before departing report measurably higher baseline confidence, lower anxiety, and greater sense of personal control throughout the day than those who do not. The disordered home left behind is a low-level source of cognitive load that follows a woman out of the door. It is not loud, but it is present, in the back of the mind, in a way that slightly diminishes the completeness of the presence she brings to every room she enters. The ordered home left behind is the opposite. It is the closing of a chapter. The morning was had, the space was honored, and the woman who walks out of that door has left nothing undone behind her. A woman I know who has run her own consulting firm in New York for 20 years, a woman whose composure I have admired since the first day I met her, told me once that she has made her bed every single morning for 30 years. I asked her why. She said, because it is the first thing I complete every day, and completing things is who I am. The signal, I do not leave disorder behind me, in any space, in any context, ever. Here is what all 7 of these rituals have in common. Not one of them is glamorous. Not one of them requires a significant investment of money. Not one of them requires a morning that begins before dawn. They require one thing only: the decision that the morning is not something that happens to you. It is something you do, deliberately, completely, before the world gets any of it. The women who look high value every single day, not on their best days, not when the circumstances cooperate, are the women who have made that decision and protected it. Through early mornings and late nights, and travel and stress, and every circumstance that life uses to negotiate with the standards we have set, they did not negotiate. And the room, every single day in every single room, receives the result of that refusal. 7 rituals. 20 minutes of total time, if executed with practice and intention. The return on those 20 minutes, compounded across a year, is the difference between a woman who occasionally looks polished and a woman who always does. That difference is not luck. It never was. Your assignment. Of these 7 rituals, identify the 2 you are currently skipping. Not the 2 you do imperfectly. The 2 you do not do at all. or do so inconsistently that the days you skip outnumber the days you complete. Add them to your morning this week. Not all 7 if you are not yet doing all 7. The 2 gaps. Closed. Consistently. Then come back and comment, I added ritual and ritual to my morning, and here's what I noticed by the end of the first week. I read every comment. The women in this community who do this, who close the gaps and report back, are the women who tell me the shift is not gradual. It is immediate in how they feel leaving the house and in how the room receives them when they arrive. I am watching for your name. This is Madre. If this is your first time here, you have just found something. The women in this community call themselves the undeniables. You will understand why within 1 week of being here. Subscribe. Not for me, for the woman you are in the process of becoming. She deserves every piece of this. Until next time, to every woman watching, you are not here by accident. You are an undeniable. Act like it. Isabel.